We've all faced moments when anger erupts like a raging fire, consuming our peace and clarity. This powerful emotion not only inflicts pain on others, but also erodes our own sense of joy and tranquility. Have you ever considered the possibility of fully mastering your anger so it no longer rules your life? The philosophy of Stoicism offers timeless principles that can help us manage and even eliminate anger. Stoicism is more than just a way of thinking. It's a pathway to inner peace. It equips us to confront life's challenges with calmness and wisdom. In this video, I'll share invaluable lessons from Stoicism that can liberate you from the grip of anger. By understanding how our minds and emotions function, we can regain control. Believe me, once you grasp these principles, anger will lose its hold over you. Understanding anger's destructive nature. Anger acts like a fierce blaze. Once ignited, it devastates everything in its path. It shatters relationships and can severely damage the soul of those who harbor it. In the heat of anger, we may feel justified, yet we often lose ourselves in the process. The Roman poet Horace famously said that anger is a brief madness. It clouds our judgment and leads to regrettable actions. Reflect on this. When the storm of anger passes, do you feel relief, or do you carry a weight of sadness and remorse? In those moments, we may lash out at loved ones over trivial matters, only to realize later that a calm discussion could have resolved everything. Stoicism teaches us that anger is not an external adversary. It's an internal struggle. As Epictetus wisely noted, it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our perceptions of them. While we can't control the world around us, we can choose how we respond, determining whether we are prisoners of our anger or free in our minds. Moreover, anger poses serious risks to our physical health. Research has shown that those who frequently experience anger are more susceptible to conditions like cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, and chronic stress. Consider how your body reacts during an angry outburst. Your breathing quickens, your heart races, and stress takes over. Is anger really worth jeopardizing your health and happiness? Both Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus emphasize the importance of forgiveness and patience. Jesus taught, if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek. This isn't weakness, it's the ultimate exercise in emotional control. Choosing to forgive and remain calm in the face of provocation is a powerful way to shield ourselves from the harm that anger can inflict. By forgiving, we release not only others, but also ourselves from the chains of resentment. Take a moment to reflect. Does your anger truly yield positive outcomes, or does it harm both you and those around you? Instead of allowing anger to dictate your actions, learn to master it. Serenity, patience, and generosity lead to genuine freedom, a path that Stoicism has already illuminated for us. Self-reflection, a key to mastering anger. Self-reflection is a fundamental practice in Stoic philosophy that plays a crucial role in achieving inner peace and emotional mastery, particularly when it comes to anger. This process goes beyond mere self-examination. It involves a deep exploration of our thoughts, feelings, and actions in every moment. By confronting ourselves honestly, we can break free from negative emotions and lay a strong foundation for tranquility. Think of self-reflection as looking into a mirror, not to check your appearance, but to delve into your inner self. When anger arises, the first step is to pause and ask, why am I angry? Is this anger justified, or is it merely a reaction from my ego? These reflective questions help us step back from the heat of the moment, allowing us to identify the true source of our feelings. It's vital to recognize that anger doesn't empower us. Instead, it clouds our judgment and distances us from peace. Consider a time when you felt hurt or disrespected. Your instinct might have been to react angrily. But what if you had paused to assess how that situation genuinely affected you? Often, upon reflection, we find that the things we get angry about aren't worth the emotional toll. In today's fast-paced world, where stress and pressures abound, self-reflection becomes even more important. A few moments of daily introspection, asking ourselves how we behaved and what we could improve, can significantly enhance our emotional control and contribute to a more peaceful mindset. Many successful individuals, like Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey, attribute their balance in life to consistent self-reflection. Anger is a natural human response, but it can only be managed when we truly understand it. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, we have the power to choose our opinions and reactions. By valuing inner peace above all, we can prevent anger from taking over our lives. So, take a moment to ask yourself, what angered you today? What can you learn from that experience to grow tomorrow? Feel free to share your insights in the comments. Mindfulness. Regaining control amidst chaos. Have you ever noticed how easily we get swept up in negative emotions like anger in our busy, stressful lives? Small triggers can derail our entire emotional state. This is where mindfulness, a key aspect of Stoic philosophy, serves as a powerful remedy. Mindfulness isn't just about meditation. It's about cultivating a deep awareness of the present moment, recognizing our thoughts, feelings, and the reasons behind them. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This highlights that our feelings of anger often stem from our reactions, not external events. Imagine driving on a busy street when another car cuts you off. Your instinct might be to react with anger, yelling, or saying something hurtful. But with mindfulness, you would pause and realize that your anger arises from your reaction, not the driver's action. You can't change their behavior. The only thing you can change is your response. Mindfulness allows us to break the cycle of impulsive reactions, creating space for thoughtful responses. By asking ourselves questions like, is this anger necessary? Or, how can staying calm benefit me? We can step out of the emotional whirlwind and make better decisions. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as focusing on your breath and becoming aware of your emotions in real time. Marcus Aurelius advised that if you are distressed by external factors, remember that the pain lies in your perception of those factors, which you have the power to change. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to control our minds and avoid being swept away by anger. Mindfulness isn't about eliminating emotions. It's about being aware of them and choosing how to respond wisely. When you learn to pause, reflect, and not let your emotions dictate your actions, you not only find inner peace, but also build resilience to face life's challenges. Next time anger arises, will you choose mindfulness to maintain your calm? Embracing stillness, finding strength in silence. In our modern lives, silence often feels like a rare commodity. We are constantly bombarded with information and distractions, making it easy to lose sight of the strength that comes from stillness. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true silence is more than just the absence of noise. It's a profound inner state of self-control and harmony. Embracing silence means consciously turning inward and listening to our thoughts, rather than simply reacting to the chaos around us. It's about recognizing how long it has been since we paused to reflect on ourselves amidst the noise of life. In moments of silence, we can often find the wisest solutions to our problems. Consider meditation, a practice scientifically shown to improve mental health and reduce stress. People engage in meditation not to find immediate answers, but to regain balance and clarity. In stillness, our usual thought patterns can shift, freeing our minds from distractions. When faced with challenges, whether conflicts at work, family pressures, or personal struggles, allowing anger or anxiety to take control can lead to rash decisions. However, if we take the time to pause and reflect, we can observe our thoughts and choose our responses wisely. Embracing stillness allows us to break free from impulsive reactions and instead respond with clarity and strength. By fostering this practice in our daily lives, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace that remains undisturbed by external chaos. So, when life feels overwhelming, remember the power of stillness. Are you ready to embrace silence and find strength in your thoughts? Embracing stillness for clarity and growth. Stillness is a powerful tool for reflection. In moments of quiet, everything becomes clearer. You'll discover that every challenge has a solution, as long as you allow your mind to settle and refrain from letting fleeting emotions cloud your judgment. Silence is not merely a pause, it's a crucial aspect of inner growth. In stillness, we learn to observe ourselves and listen to our thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This space of quiet allows for deeper self-understanding, enabling us to adjust our actions and responses more thoughtfully. As you embrace stillness, you'll find that external pressures have less power over you, paving the way for true peace. Before we move on to the next lesson, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for your presence on this journey. Your willingness to engage and reflect with us is a precious gift. If you find value in these insights, please consider liking and sharing this video. Each share helps spread these timeless lessons even further. Now, let's continue exploring these enduring pieces of wisdom together. Cultivating gratitude, a key to inner peace. As we seek inner peace and emotional mastery, one of the most important principles in Stoic philosophy is gratitude. Cultivating gratitude not only helps maintain a calm mind, but also serves as a powerful antidote to anger and negativity. But why is gratitude so crucial? And how can we weave it into our daily lives? According to Stoic thought, gratitude goes beyond simply appreciating the good. It involves accepting everything life brings, both joy and hardship. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "When you wake up in the morning, think about what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This perspective is not just a gentle reminder, but a fundamental approach to life. We often fall into the trap of complaining when things go awry. Yet, Stoicism teaches us to view every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Imagine starting each day by focusing on what you're grateful for, rather than what you lack. Have you taken the time to appreciate the small yet invaluable aspects of your life, like your health, a warm home, or a nourishing meal? Shifting your mindset in this way can diminish the grip of anger and negative emotions. Moreover, gratitude in Stoicism extends to appreciating difficulties and adversities. Instead of allowing anger to take hold when faced with challenges, we can view them as lessons. For example, if someone treats you poorly, consider the lesson in patience and forgiveness. If you encounter failure at work, be thankful for the experience that will aid your growth. Practicing gratitude isn't just about thoughts, it's also expressed through actions. One effective way to cultivate gratitude is through daily journaling, where you note the things you appreciate. This habit fosters a positive mindset and helps prevent resentment. Many successful individuals start their day by writing down 3 things they are grateful for, a practice that not only contributes to their success, but also helps them maintain balance and happiness. In conclusion, cultivating gratitude is more than a choice. It's an essential life skill for overcoming anger. Redirecting our focus from what we lack to what we already have can transform our emotional landscape. So, take a moment to reflect. What are you grateful for today? For granted that you should actually be grateful for. And when faced with difficulties, can you view them as opportunities for personal growth rather than obstacles in your path? This is the true power of gratitude. It not only brings peace but also helps us master every aspect of our emotions. Number 6, trusting the natural. Trusting the natural order. Have you ever wondered why certain things in life seem to be beyond your control? We often face unwanted events, losing an important job, breaking up with a loved one, or even confronting major crises in life. But does anger, blame, and resisting these things help? According to Stoic philosophy, the answer is no. Instead, we are taught to trust in the natural order of the universe, an arrangement that we cannot control but can learn to accept and embrace. Let's take a different example to illustrate this. Imagine you're on a long flight and everything starts normally. Suddenly, the plane begins to shake violently as it enters turbulence. Passengers panic, clinging to their seats in fear, with some even becoming angry at the crew for the inconvenience. However, if we think carefully, the plane being affected by weather or air conditions is something that no one on board can control. Instead of panicking or getting angry, we can choose to accept the situation and trust in the skills of the crew, those trained to handle exactly this kind of scenario. This is a valuable lesson in trusting the natural order. Some things happen not because we did something wrong, but simply because that's how the world operates. When we trust in this, we not only reduce our anger but also find peace of mind. Just like letting the plane ride out the turbulence without panicking, we too can navigate life's ups and downs without being overwhelmed by anger. But let's go deeper into our daily lives. Have you ever faced situations where all your efforts seem to be in vain, or when nothing went according to plan? We often get easily caught up in negative emotions when things don't go our way, but ask yourself, does anger help you change the situation? Or does accepting and trusting that everything happens according to a larger order allow you to free your mind from the burden by learning to react calmly? We not only lessen our anger, but also discover a sense of tranquility within, like a pilot facing a storm. There is no option but to remain calm and trust in both their control and the environment around them. Stoic philosophy teaches us that life is a constant flow, and rather than resisting it, we should learn to accept and trust what the universe presents to us. When we trust in the natural order, we free ourselves from anger and reach a state of serenity where we can face all challenges with calmness and peace. We've just explored the power of trusting in the natural order, key elements that drive success and personal growth. Now we'd like to introduce you to an equally powerful tool, the power of forgiveness. Let's continue to uncover the magical strength of forgiveness in the next part of the video. Number 7, the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a noble act, but also an incredibly difficult one. In Stoic philosophy, forgiveness is considered a tremendous strength, not only healing our relationships with others, but also freeing ourselves from the prison of hatred. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to inner strength and emotional mastery. But why is forgiveness so important, and why does it hold the power to change our lives in everyday life? We often encounter situations that cause us pain. The betrayal by a friend, misunderstandings in a relationship, or even injustices at work. Typically, our natural reaction is to hold on to resentment and hatred, hoping that these feelings will protect us from further harm. But does anger truly protect us, or does it become a burden weighing us down and preventing us from finding inner peace? When we hold on to hatred, we only make our minds heavier, losing our ability to think clearly. Forgiveness not only lifts the mental burden, but also helps restore balance in our lives, according to Stoicism. Forgiveness is an act that stems from understanding and compassion, not from weakness or fear. One example of the power of forgiveness can be found in the story of Louis Zamperini, a former Olympic athlete and soldier during World War II, after his plane was shot down over the Pacific Ocean. Zamperini survived drifting at sea for 47 days, only to be captured and imprisoned in war camps. He endured years of harsh treatment, particularly from a prison officer known as the Bird. This officer relentlessly made Zamperini's life difficult, forcing him to endure both physical and mental suffering. After the war, Zamperini returned to the US with deep resentment for what had happened. This anger haunted him for years, causing personal and marital crises. However, a turning point came when Zamperini attended a speech and realized that forgiveness was the key to freeing himself from the heavy burden of his past. He decided to forgive those who had harmed him, including the officer. The Bird Zamperini even intended to meet with the people who had mistreated him in the camp to express his forgiveness. Although the officer never agreed to meet, the important thing was that Zamperini had found peace within his heart. He once said, "Forgiveness is the completion of hatred. When I forgave, I was finally free," but ask yourself, when we forgive, who benefits the most? Is it the person we forgive, or is it ourselves? In reality, the greatest beneficiary of forgiveness is ourselves. Forgiveness allows us to let go of the burden of anger and hatred, and to rediscover inner peace. If you have ever experienced the sense of relief that comes after forgiving someone, you understand the immense power of this act. It is not only an action toward others, but also a gift to ourselves. Ultimately, forgiveness in Stoic philosophy does not mean ignoring wrongdoing or forgetting the lessons learned. Forgiveness is not about forgetting, but about choosing not to let anger and hatred dominate our lives by choosing forgiveness. We exercise the ultimate control over our emotions and minds, and when we achieve that, we find true peace and serenity. So will you choose forgiveness to free yourself from the chains of hatred? Will you choose the strength of forgiveness over the weight of anger? Remember, forgiveness is a power that not only brings peace to others, but is also the greatest gift you can give to yourself. Life often places us in conclusion, situations where anger seems like the most natural reaction. However, through the lessons of Stoic philosophy, we come to understand that anger brings nothing but suffering and harm to ourselves. Stoicism teaches us that calmness in the face of any adversity is the key to mastering our emotions and our lives. While we cannot control what happens externally, we can fully control how we respond. Remember, every time you choose calmness over anger, you are winning over yourself. Each moment of forgiveness and acceptance is a step toward freedom and tranquility. When we truly grasp and apply this philosophy, life becomes lighter and every challenge can be overcome with a peaceful heart. And trust me, Once you understand the power of Stoic philosophy, you'll never need to get angry again. You will approach life with calm confidence and compassion, the very qualities that will bring you true happiness and unshakable serenity. If you enjoyed this video, please comment with a 1 to let us know. If not, comment with a 0 so we can improve and make this content even better for you. Follow and subscribe. Stoic Pathways for enlighten your life with Stoicism.